And there's another country that has just come out of election mode, and what an election it has been for Mexico. After 18 years of politics marked by violence and corruption, Mexicans rejected status quo. They voted a leftist candidate to power. Bucking the trend internationally, a leftist has become a president. Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, AMLO as he's called in Mexico, rode to power with a landslide margin. Mexico's newly elected president garnered around 53% of the total vote. The 64-year-old veteran politician contested from the recently formed left-wing Morena party. He promised to curb widespread corruption and massive crime rate in the country. Speaking for the first time after being elected to office, he reiterated his promise to transform Mexico and to end graft. He promised a profound change in the country's system of governance. He said he will seek to establish an authentic democracy.
A todos los mexicanos a la reconciliación, a poner por encima de los intereses personales, por legítimos que sean, el interés superior. Habrá libertad empresarial, libertad de expresión, de asociación y de creencias. Se garantizarán todas las libertades individuales y sociales, así como los derechos ciudadanos y políticos consagrados en nuestra Constitución. La transformación que llevaremos a cabo consistirá básicamente en desterrar la corrupción de nuestro país.
Capturing more than half the vote, he won by the largest margin in a presidential race ever. This is since Mexico transitioned to democracy 20 years ago. The former mayor of Mexico City campaigned to change the political scene, and he also said that he will oust what he called the mafia of power. Obrador said, and I'm quoting, "I confess that I have a legitimate ambition. I want to go down in history as a good president of Mexico." Congratulations for important from Mexico's northern neighbor. U.S. President Donald Trump took to Twitter, where else would he speak, to laud Lopez's feat. He tweeted, and I quote, "Congratulations to Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador on becoming the next president of Mexico. I look very much forward to working with him. There is much to be done that will benefit both the United States and Mexico." Interestingly, Obrador has been a vocal critic of Trump's immigration policy and his plans of building a wall at the U.S.-Mexico border. In the past, Obrador has referred to Trump as arrogant and erratic. But after the victory, he said that he would seek friendship with the United States. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also congratulated the populist leader for his historic win. In a statement, he said, and I'm quoting again, "I look forward to working closely with President-elect Lopez Obrador, his administration and the Mexican Congress to build on the vibrant partnership between our two countries, create economic growth and work for everyone and advance human rights and equality. Together we can deepen our strong relationship, shape a better future for Mexicans and Canadians alike." He's a firebrand leftist. He's also a nationalist and a populist. Lopez Obrador has won this historic election after 2 defeats. Here's a look at his political journey.
Celebrations continued into the night. In a historic mandate, Mexico has taken a left turn with 53% of the votes cast going in favor of Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. He will be the country's first leftist president. Riding a populist wave, Obrador had promised to curb corruption and rising crime rates. These were the very issues that his predecessor failed to address. 64-year-old Obrador has stunned his critics with a spectacular win. He had lost 2 presidential elections in the past and got lucky only the 3rd time. Many believed that he would retire from active politics after suffering a fatal heart attack in 2013. But Obrador fought his way back. Born into a modest family in southeast Mexico, Obrador was part of the outgoing President Peña Nieto's party, but left it in the late 1980s. Obrador rose to national prominence as the mayor of the country's capital, Mexico City. But he wasn't always the people's leader. In the past, he would reject his election reverses by calling the results fraud and would organize protests demanding reversal of the mandate. By the late 2000s, Obrador made a political makeover. He now became a leader who reached out to people at the ground level. He campaigned in villages that were earlier untouched by politicians. Obrador's rise in politics coincided with the decline of the popularity of traditional political parties. Rising corruption, crime and economic inequality helped promote his pro-poor image. A tough road lies ahead for Obrador at home, but an equally difficult task confronts him at Mexico's northern border. Obrador has been a vocal critic of United States President Donald Trump's immigration policy and his plans to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. Obrador had visited the United States after Trump's victory to meet Mexican immigrants in the country. He later wrote a book critical of Trump called Listen Trump. However, the U.S. president became the first world leader to congratulate the newly elected president of Mexico. In return, Obrador said that he would seek friendship and support with the United States. The question is, will he be able to give Mexico a successful makeover, just like the one he gave to himself? The country is hopeful. Bureau Report, WION.
Guess who else tweeted congratulations to the new Mexican president? The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and I'm quoting, "My warmest congratulations to Senor Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador on his victory in presidential elections in Mexico." He says, "Muchas felicidades." I hope I've pronounced it right. Look forward to working closely to advance India-Mexico privileged partnership.